In this course, we will focus on Oracle Access Manager Vulnerability, CVE 2021-35587. This vulnerability is considered critical as it allows unauthenticated remote code execution. Such a flaw can have severe consequences for systems utilizing Oracle Access Manager versions 11.1.30, 12.0, and 12.2114. The CVSS score of 9.8 highlights the significant impact on the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of affected systems. Understanding and mitigating this vulnerability is essential for maintaining secure Oracle environments. In this slide, we will focus on understanding the CVE 2021-35587 vulnerability. This particular vulnerability affects Oracle Access Manager, a component of Oracle's Fusion middleware, specifically targeting the OpenSSO agent. One of the most concerning aspects of this vulnerability is that it allows attackers to execute commands remotely without requiring any authentication. This essentially means that attackers can gain complete control over Oracle Access Manager systems. With such elevated access, the potential damage to an organization's confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data is substantial. In this slide, we explore how the exploit for CVE 2021-35587 operates. The exploit targets the /OAM/server/OpenSOS session service entry point. It takes advantage of how serialized data is handled in HTTP requests. Attackers craft XML payloads to manipulate this endpoint. For instance, an attacker might send a malicious payload like this using the curl command, curl.x payload.xml/victim.com/oamver/OpenSSO/session service. This example highlights how attackers can send their commands via HTTP post calls, effectively compromising the system. The technical vulnerability lies in the improper handling and validation during the deserialization of data, which opens the door for unauthorized code execution and potential system takeover. In this slide, we are exploring a real-world scenario to illustrate the impact of exploiting the discussed vulnerability. Once an attacker successfully exploits the entry point, they gain unauthorized administrative access. This access is significant because it allows the attacker to potentially move laterally within the network, escalating the scope of their attack. This kind of breach has already been observed, with unauthorized entry leading to access to sensitive data, particularly in Oracle Cloud environments. This underscores the necessity for robust security measures and constant vigilance to protect against such intrusions. Understanding these impacts highlights the importance of addressing vulnerabilities proactively. In this slide, we'll examine the mitigation strategies focusing on patch updates and configuration changes for securing our Oracle Cloud environments. Oracle released a significant patch in January 2022 to address vulnerabilities that had been leading to unauthorized administrative access, which could result in the broader exposure within the network. It's essential to apply these patches promptly to avoid potential exploitation. Beyond patching, we must address configuration changes as a proactive step. By restricting external access to the most vulnerable endpoints, organizations can greatly reduce their risk. Additionally, implementing strong network-level authentication mechanisms will help safeguard against unauthorized access attempts. These strategies are vital in reinforcing our security posture and protecting sensitive data assets from breaches. In this section, we explore the tools and techniques you can use for detection. Network security monitoring, NSM tools, are essential in identifying unusual HTTP post requests that may indicate an attack. It's vital to have intrusion detection systems, IDS, in place. These systems help in flagging serialized data that could potentially lead to command execution. For instance, you can set up a rule to alert you on post requests directed at OpenSO that contain the prefix object within the data. This kind of proactive approach aids in early detection and prevention of security breaches. As we move into discussing best practices post-exploitation, it's imperative to focus on credential renewal. Renewing all credentials immediately can prevent further damage after an incident. Layering protection with multi-factor authentication adds a robust defense against unauthorized access. In addition, continuous monitoring of access logs to critical systems is essential. This includes employing anomaly detection for access patterns, which helps in identifying irregular activities that may suggest a breach. These practices are vital to strengthen your security posture and minimize risks following an exploitation. In this slide, we're wrapping up with a conclusion and some key takeaways from our discussion. We've highlighted CVE 2021-35587 as a significant security concern that requires immediate attention. To mitigate risks associated with this vulnerability, it's imperative to apply patches and secure configurations diligently. Moreover, even after patching, maintaining continuous monitoring and enforcing robust access control remain essential to safeguard systems. For those interested in expanding their understanding, further reading is available. I recommend consulting Oracle's security alerts and patch updates and exploring research papers that examine similar vulnerabilities and their mitigation strategies. These resources provide valuable insights and reinforce the practices we've discussed throughout the course. Let's focus on the references that provide further insights into CVE 2021-35587. The National Vulnerability Database entry for CVE 2021-35587 is a valuable resource for understanding the technical details and potential impact of this vulnerability. You can also consult the Oracle's Security Advisory for official guidance and recommendations from Oracle on addressing this issue. Furthermore, if you're looking for a practical demonstration or a deeper technical breakdown, there is a GitHub repository that contains exploit details and proof-of-concept code. These resources collectively offer a comprehensive understanding of the vulnerability and are instrumental in enhancing your security measures.